This injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice.
One, that the Senate do suspend Senator NATASHA Akpotiuduaghan for 6 months for her total violation of the Senate Standing Rules 2023 as amended for bringing the President, the presiding officer, and the entire Senate in general to public approval. 2, that for the Senate to consider lifting the suspension or to reduce the term of suspension, Senator NATASHA Akpotiuduaghan shall submit a written apology to the Senate before the reconsideration by the Senate. 3, that the Senate do suspend Senator NATASHA Akpotiuduaghan with effect from 6 March 2025 from all legislative activities forthwith. 4, that her office be locked up for the duration of her suspension and hand over all Senate properties in her possession to the clerk of the National Assembly. 5, that for the duration of her suspension, she cannot come or be seen within the vicinity of the National Assembly, including her staff. 6, that her salaries and allowances, including those of her legislative aides, be suspended and withdraw of all security details for the duration of her suspension. And 7, that for the period of her suspension, she be barred from representing herself to the public, locally and internationally, as a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In conclusion, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my most distinguished and respected colleagues, on behalf of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct and Public Petition, we appreciate the Senate President and our distinguished colleagues for the opportunity granted us to serve Nigerians through the Committee of Ethics, Code of Conduct and Public Petitions, respectfully submitted for consideration and approval. Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. Comments as follows.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. My name is Sapphire Glow. Okay, on to the continuation of NATASHA and Senator Akpabio's case. Yeah, we all have seen what's transpired, how her case was thrown out, you know, and how she was also suspended by Senator Akpabio, you know, for 6 months. They gave her 6 months suspension from the Senate. Can you guys imagine? Can you guys imagine? Hey, before we even get to that point, let's even talk about how Senator NATASHA and her husband walked almost into the Senate House, because, you know, of course, if you're not a member, I don't think you're supposed to go into the Senate chamber. You understand? We saw how the husband escorted her, walked her close to the door of the Senate, and then gave her a very passionate, not really passionate, don't mind me, gave her a kiss before he left. You know, so that one, I peppered them kiss, now we could call that one. I was so happy when I saw them kissing in that video. Okay, so, you know, just as I said, she was suspended today for 6 months, which I believe is not called for. Because how can they suspend her? What did she do? Okay, they said she didn't follow the Senate rules or order 40, or what were they calling, all those are stupid orders that they are calling, that they themselves can break at any time. You know, that she didn't follow it, that's why they are going to throw her case out and all of that stuff. And they didn't even want to they didn't even want to talk about the what is it called? The sexual harassment case. Do you understand? In fact, the case, just as this what's her name, Ayo has explained in that video that you guys watched, the case is already thrown out. It's already dead on arrival. That's a case, you know. So if we the citizens of Nigeria cannot believe in the laws of the land, in fact, we already know that the laws of the land do not work. Do you understand? It do not work, and the laws of the land most times does not favor women. Do you understand? The law is only for the poor people. That's those wicked laws is only for the poor people. The rich people in Nigeria can do anything they like to people. Once you are in a top place in Nigeria, a higher position in Nigeria, you can do anything, especially when you have money. you have money, you have fame, you have power, you can do anything to anybody. And that's just what we're seeing playing out here in the case of these two people now, Senator Natasha and Senator Akpabio. Akpabio has, I don't know, he and his coyote, they have finally brought everybody to his side. He has finally brought everybody to his side, rather. He has brought everybody to his side. You guys can see that people cannot even talk. Imagine senators, some senators, stupid senators, standing up to talk, especially that Senator Karim. I don't know, the man is still from the same constituency as Natasha. He's from Kogi State. That man that came and was preaching, I think he quoted some Bible verses in that place, and then he now came out to spill rubbish about Natasha, how he was the one that begged on her behalf for her to be in one position in the Senate, to occupy one position in the Senate that they give themselves there. How he was the one that took her to Senate president, you understand, and begged on her behalf. What concerns us? Why are you bringing that matter into what you want to talk? In fact, what that man even said did not even make sense. You understand? It was just like it's trying to so okay, let's just assume that you brought her up because you took her to the Senate president asking for that favor on behalf of her. Then she shouldn't talk when she's being abused, because I don't really understand what that Senator Karimi or whatever his name was talking about her. You see, in places like this, especially in Africa, that's when you know that money is power. Do you understand? Nobody can talk. Nobody can talk about something that is wrong anymore. You guys can see that everybody is against her, especially the men. Some women are even against her, because I went on TikTok and I heard some people saying she should, and they even asked her to apologize. Apologize for what? Somebody that knows her, right? Somebody that knows that, what she's saying is truth. Why should she apologize to the assembly for what? Okay, if they're talking about her as apologizing for the fact that she did not follow orders, she should not follow standard or rules of the house of consider that order 40. Okay, I could understand that. If that's what they're asking her to apologize for, maybe because she did probably when they asked her to leave her seat to go to the other seat, and to leave that seat, the former seat, and go to the other seat, and she refused and she was still standing there. If they said, okay, she heard in that part, she didn't follow the rules of this. If that's what they're asking her to apologize on, okay, I would understand that. Do you understand? But for every other case if for any other case they're asking her to apologize, I stand with Natasha. Natasha should not apologize for nothing. You understand? And I like the way the woman is so bold. Did you guys see the way she was boldly speaking? Do you understand? And some people were just talking on TikTok that she's too proud. So she's too proud. She's too this. She's too full of herself. Blah 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 blah. My dear, if you know your worth, if you know your worth in this life, you will not allow anybody to trample on it. I think that woman is a woman of principle. Do you understand? She talks with authority. Even if Natasha does not win this case, people, even if Natasha does not win this case, which obviously we know she's not going to win it, because she can't stand this chance with the Senate president. They are the ones. She's the number 3 man in Nigeria, so they hold the country. He, Tinubu, and his wife, they own the country. You guys even see if you went through Instagram, you would have seen where Tinubu's wife was saying, I think she said something, everything she was saying, boils out the fact that she's supporting what is it called, the Senate president. Do you understand? Of course, we know Natasha is not going to win this case, but at least we should be happy. We, the masses in Nigeria and in diaspora, we should be happy that a woman can stand up and speak out. At least this thing that Natasha did is going to checkmate Akpabio now. At least he's going to know how to behave towards women. He's been doing it and he has been getting away with his nonsense that he has been doing. At least now he has seen the fire that this lady put under his ass. So maybe for some time he's going to respect himself and know how to caution his mouth, and the way he talks, and every nonsense that he's been doing. This girl has really shaking him to his feet, to his toes, because you guys can see how Akpabio was even looking while the woman was addressing the house today. He was even trying to stop her mic, and she was, oh man, this woman, I like bold people. I like people that are fearless. Senator Natasha is one woman that is fearless. I love this woman to beat. I love this woman to beat. I'm telling you guys. She was even telling the Senate president to stop offing her mic at one point, because we were trying to off her mic. She's talking and they are disabling the mic. She told him, stop. Can you just stop putting off my mic and let me talk? Do you understand? Stop putting up this mic and let me talk. She's so bold, and some people are talking on TikTok that she's so full of herself. She doesn't have respect. Maybe that's the way she treats her husband in the house. It shows that that's the way she treats her husband in the house. My dear, you don't live with them. You don't expect a woman to talk the way a man talks. We Nigerians, we know that our women, our mouths are always loud. Do you understand? Doesn't mean that just like some of them are saying that that's the way she disrespects her husband at home. So because she's standing on the ground now, I've even fought with people this evening before I started making this video. I fought with people on TikTok as in, we were throwing weight. Because some people were just saying men were saying she's disrespectful. Of course, men will always say she's disrespectful because that's what they like. They like, women to be underneath them in Nigeria. They always enjoy when women are beneath them. A woman is not supposed to have a voice. That's how Nigerians are. So that's why you see that most men are in support of what most men are in support of what Akpabio did. Do you understand? Most people are calling her liar. She's a liar. She should bring proof. She should, they're just calling her names. They are just calling the woman names. Do you understand? On TikTok. You understand? So it's only men that will not support her. Because that's what all of them they do. Most of them they do. Do you understand? They sexually harass people. You don't have mouth to talk in Nigeria, which we all know. That's why. So it's not something that is new to us in Nigeria. It's not something that is new to us. We know that this is what they do. This is what they do. That's why nobody is supporting her. It's like she's just standing alone in that Senate. She's just standing alone. People have shown how they can betray you in terms of in need when you need them. A lot of people have betrayed this woman. I know a lot of people that she thinks that she knows as friends in this Senate. Most of them. All of them have betrayed her. And I think the only person she has now standing beside her is just her husband. I saw a tweet made by Ezekwesili, hailing her, telling her to stand strong and all of that stuff. Because I know Ezekwesili does not take rubbish. She made that post, and she was hailing NATASHA in that her post, So I'm just happy that, even if, did you guys see the way our Senate president was quiet? It's like he even started stuttering when she was trying to answer the woman's question. You understand? When she was telling them, don't off my mic, he was behaving like he was stuttering. You're giving her 6 months suspension for what? What did she do that you're giving her 6 months suspension? Why would you give her 6 months suspension? In the civilized world and in a sane country, when people submit petition, are they not supposed to call the parties involved? Which means Uduagan should have, they should have called Akpoti, Uduagan, Akpoti, Natasha. They should have called her, and also the person she was accusing. She was accusing the Senate president. Are they not supposed to sit in front of this ethics committee while they are doing this investigation? Was what's his name, Senator Akpabio, was he not supposed to step down for his deputy to take over? Why this ethics committee gathering that they did? Were they not supposed to be there, the two of them sitting down while questions should be thrown at them? Did you guys see when that man read that they've suspended her? You didn't do any investigation. There was no investigation. You just came to a conclusion that she has been suspended. Her case has been thrown out. Does that happen in the same world? Does this not go to show that Nigeria is finished? Does this not go to show that that country is a zoo, like Nnamdi Kanu said? So people cannot speak up again. And the Senate president was asking if you in support of this motion, say hi and hey, Abi, what did they say? If you're not in support, you say no. Did you guys notice how quiet the chamber was when he said, if you're in support, say hi? All of them shouted hey. And when he said, if you're not in support, say nay. Nobody spoke. Doesn't mean they've silenced everybody in that what is it called? In that Senate. So everybody's against Natasha. Everybody in that listen does not like what she did or what. The chairman for the ethics committee was saying that it's never possible for Senator Akpabio to have sexually harassed her. Were you there? She's speaking her truth. The normal thing to do is to call them. You know, they're supposed to be in that place. Why you guys pass your judgment, listen to them, and then, you know, in just one day, you guys just arrange an investigative committee. Just one day. Does this not show that Nigeria is finished? Nigeria is finished now. The country is gone. That's all I have to say. The country is gone. The country is gone. They're suspending her for, they say she's bringing shame to the Senate. Was she talking about the Senate, or she talked about one person, one individual there, who is the president of the Senate? Did she talk about the whole Senate? In fact, Nigeria is never ready. We're never ready at all. We're never ready. As long as the people keep silent, do you understand? The masses keep silent, this oppression will continue. We are not ready. We are not ready. They know the solution to all these things. The people don't have mouth to talk again. You cannot talk. Once you don't have money, you don't have fame, you don't have power, you cannot talk in Nigeria. You cannot talk. They just want everybody to leave that country for them. To leave that country for them. Why they continue doing what they are doing with their family. Imagine suspending us, suspending even the staffs. Even the staffs. That they're not going to pay them for 6 months. Everything concerning the Senate thing, they said they don't even want to see her. I beg. That's what we go to look at now. That's what we go to do now for the country. That's what we go to do. That's what we go to do. We've seen it now. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. What is remaining again in that Nigeria? We've seen 99. There's nothing else to see in Nigeria. There's nothing else. Every day they keep surprising us. Every day they keep surprising us with things. But now God get power. Now God get power. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching anyways. So we keep informing you guys. We keep coming out with new updates about this case. So thank you all, and I will see you all in the next video. Do have a wonderful night. Bye.